fucked in two ways. Okay.
Here we go. Music. Now let's screen share. All right, let me know if you guys can see it.
I believe I can. Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So everyone can see this is Tailspire. I'm running it for the first time. This is the bar you're in. I can't get people to face the way I want them to, but it's really not super important. So behind here, this is the bartender. He's just kind of hanging out while you guys fight. I put this is Nud because they didn't have a little Catman in Tailspire. This is Zen. That they didn't have a female halfling or a gnome archer, so I was like, that's fine. It's a hood. These are all the bandits. This is John. He's the boss bandit. Here is Cora. This is Kaius.
I forgot to give you those STLs.
This is that's all right. This is a bandit. This is a bandit. These are some bandits.
Okay.
The bandits that are nearest the door here, these two, if you can see my cursor. Is someone like leaving and coming back? I keep hearing like a thing. Is that just me?
I don't hear anything, yeah.
I keep hearing someone popping out and in too, but
yeah.
I don't know who it is.
I'm not hearing that.
Well, anyway, I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, so these are kind of like some scrawny boys, and then you got like the boss here, and then you got these two these are some bigger boys over here that were already in here waiting. And the bartender's just kind of chilling. So, it is top of the round. You had already rolled initiative. I have a total of a 12 for Nud, a 10 for Cora, a 6 for Zen, and a 3 for Kaius.
Woo.
So everyone rolled super hot. So it will be John first. So John is heading up first, and John is going to he's immediately going to attack Cora because she's right up in his business.
Motherfucker.
You're right here. He's gonna get you. He's gonna try to get you. He is gonna make a couple attacks against you. And by a couple, I mean 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a bandit boss.
Oh.
This motherfucker.
Yep. Let's see here. Let's see. He has a... What does he have to hit? He has +5 to hit with his scimitar. 5 to hit with his scimitar and 5 to hit with his dagger. So he'll make 2 scimitar attacks and 1 dagger attack. So the first scimitar hit is a 9 + 5. Does a 14 hit you? Cora.
Oh,
Hello?
hold on.
Oh. Something's happening.
Already died.
Yeah, I don't know
There
what's
you are.
happening. Yep, she dipped. There she is again. All right. You good? What's
can
your
you
AC?
hear
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, that was weird. No, 16 is my AC.
Cool, so the first one misses you. Next one is a 15 + 5 to hit a dirty 20. This scimitar. So it's a 1d6 + 3. You take 7 slashing damage. And then he's going to throw, he's going to try to get you with his dagger. That is a 17 + 5 to hit. But you only take 4 damage, 4 piercing damage on that one.
Lovely.
So that is his turn. It is now the small boys' turns. They rolled way better than all of you. And by way better, I mean they rolled very mediocre, and you all rolled really bad.
have to rub it in at this point in combat.
Oh, yes, I do, sir. This is the first combat.
Yes.
All right. This guy is going to... I'm going to say he's going to run up to Kaius. Kaius is the closest. And he's going to take...
this.
He's going to take a single melee weapon attack against him. He's a little scrawny boy. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it does, but I would like to use shield.
Okay, you absolutely can burn a spell slot and use your reaction to cast shield. So that bounces off. Do you want to describe how you cast shield? Is it just a normal little shield spell, or do you want to have a special flourish?
It's just kind of like stands there, almost just like watching the dagger, whatever's like coming after him, and the book kind of like flies out and opens like spine towards the person and blocks it for him.
Okay. I was thinking like maybe like a tentacle or something like that. That works. The book itself rushes out and meets it. Like you hear a clang, almost like you know the book isn't metal. You know exactly what the book is made out of, but it sounds like metal on metal. This little bandit here, he's gonna rush up here, right in between Zen and Knud. Let's see who he's gonna hit. We'll say evens. Evens, he'll hit Knud. Odds, he'll hit Zen. He's going for Zen.
Negative. I'm going to use my Silvery Barb's reaction and cause him to roll with disadvantage.
Okay, is that a spell? The Silvery Barb spell from Strixhaven?
Yes.
Or is that... I don't
Yes,
know
it is from Strixhaven. Yes, it's a reaction spell.
Okay, we will have to talk about that later, but for now I'll allow it. So he's going to roll it with disadvantage against Zen then.
Yes.
Okay. An 18 natural and a 10 natural. Does a 15 hit Zensika? Or sorry, that would actually probably not hit. It's a 13. He doesn't have +5. He only has +3. So I'm assuming that does not hit Zen.
No, it does not. No.
All right. So now it is these boys' turns over here. They were going to rush up. One is going to rush up to Knud. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, then this one's going to rush up to Zen. So one's going to go for Knud and one's going to go for Zen. These are the bigger boys. They have 2 attacks each.
Oh shit.
And they have +4 to hit. And they do have the ability to have advantage. They have pack tactics. These are thugs. So they have advantage on their rolls because they have allies within 5 feet of them who aren't incapacitated. So a 7 natural and an 18 natural. This is against Knud, so 18 + 4, so 22 on the first hit.
You know what? That hits.
I believe it. 13 and a 12. So the 13 + 4 does a 17 hit Knud.
Yes, it does.
Oh goodness. No, you take a total. This guy comes bearing down on you. Doesn't hit all that hard. He does come down on you with his mace. You do take a total of 9 bludgeoning damage from this mace.
Hurts.
And then Zensika, he's coming down on you as well. This other guy, a 4 and a 3. I don't believe an 8 hits you. And an
Nope.
18 and a 12. So I do believe a 22 probably hits you.
Yeah.
So you do take, the max on one of these hits. You take 8 bludgeoning damage from this mace. And that is the baddies' turns. It is now, in initiative order, Knud's turn.
Okay. Reeling from this blow to the face, I am just going to reach out and grab Zensika's wrist. I'm going to look her in the eye. I'm going to say, take heart. I've taken worse from better. I'm going to cast heroism on her.
All right, would you like to read for her what that does?
Yes.
It is.
Until the spell ends, you are immune to being frightened, and you will gain temporary HP at the start of each of your turns, equal to 5. You get 5 HP every time your turn starts. Temporary.
5 temp
Nice.
HP. So that doesn't stack. So it's just temp
Okay.
HP. So like if you lose that temp HP, the next start of the round you get 5 more. If you don't get hit, and you have 5 HP, like you wouldn't have 10. It would just be 5.
Okay, got it. Cool.
It just rebumps, and that is concentration, I believe, correct? Or it could be
Yes,
wrong.
it is
I don't know it off the top of
concentration.
my. Okay, I thought it might be. All right. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
Yeah. I
Just
am.
quickly, it looks like I have an advantage against being frightened. I don't know if that matters.
I mean, it doesn't
For being a
stack.
halfling?
It's just not
The
going to
halfling
happen.
Yeah.
or something, I think.
Yeah, it's mostly the temp HP. I think is
Okay, just wanted to check. Okay, cool. So she's just extra brave. Awesome.
Yeah. You're feeling good.
Brave or cocky?
Yes.
We'll see.
Nud is just going to lock eyes with Cora for just a second. For a little wink.
You could give her bardic inspiration. It sounds like.
Yeah.
All right.
Just give
I
her a
thought
little
so.
giggle.
I was like, that's not in canon with the story so far. But then I realized what you were doing.
An
I was like,
inspiring
wait.
giggle.
I was like, what?
Dragon cats would be just the coolest babies.
Oh my god.
Oh. No, but they wouldn't because they'd be purple and bald cats.
Oh.
The purple
no.
scaled. Yeah,
The most
that is the stuff of
broken
nightmares.
dragons ever.
The stuff of nightmares. People
Fire
would be
breathing
like,
hold on.
slug things.
they
No,
would
no, no.
come
I
out.
just-
They'd look like deep dragons from fizz bands. They would just,
Yeah.
kill it with fire.
Just think of it, the ferocity and like hunter instincts of a cat mixed with like the power of a dragon.
I
It would
feel
be
like they already.
unstoppable.
I feel like dragons already are basically like that.
But now they're more cat.
More catter than ever, but furless. Anyway,
So
Gross.
it's a 1d6 inspiration to you, Cora.
Thank you. And I can use that on my next roll or any roll.
I believe it's ability checks, saving throws, and attack rolls.
Ability, attack, or save. Or
Yeah.
with my school at least, you can also add it to your spell damage or to your healing ability if you have those abilities.
Ooh. Very nice.
Gotcha. Is that your school or is that a Tasha's thing?
I don't know. I copied it into my spell
I was
sheet.
just curious if you know at the top of your head. No
Probably
worries.
Tasha's.
I think it might be because I remember reading something like that. I was just curious.
Since it's bardic inspiration,
I
I'm
mean-
guessing it's Tasha's.
Could be. All right. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No, but
Good
if-
news. It is now Cora's turn.
Okay.
Go ahead. Phil, what were you gonna say?
I don't know where you're at with silvery barbs, but when I cast disadvantage on the attacking person, I can also give advantage to my target, which was Zen.
Okay, so yeah, that we'll have Silvery Barbs do what it does normally. It's one of those spells that I don't know if Lavere, you mentioned it. When you said yeah, it kind of made me think that you are kind of vibing with what I kind of was thinking about banning all the Strixhaven spells.
I think you put that in the
Oh,
chat.
did you?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
they're
I'm
just
sorry.
yeah, no worries. I don't believe it was malicious or anything like that. It's one of those spells that I'm kind of like, for a level 1 spell, it's broken as absolute fucking shit.
I'll swap it. If that was in the chat, I missed it. I'm sorry.
No worries. Well, you can use it to your heart's content for this combat.
I'll use it this one time, and then it's gone.
Feel free to use it for your heart's content for this battle because you do have it. I'm not going to take that away from you for a simple mistake. I'm not worried about it. It is Cora's turn, and Zen, just keep in mind that you will have advantage against. Is it just she has advantage, or is it advantage against the specific creature?
Just advantage on her next roll.
Cool.
Which, yeah,
Keep
sounds
that in
pretty
mind.
broken when you say it like that.
When
Yeah,
I say
as
it
a-
out
yeah.
loud.
It's one of those spells that I read it and I was like, that can't, like when it first came out, I was like, it can't be right because
It's reaction inspiration. It's reaction bardic inspiration. So
For-
yeah, that's
for a reaction, you give disadvantage on someone, give advantage to someone, and it's your reaction, and it's a first level spell. The only reason I banned it in this one because I banned it in our last campaign because I'm pretty sure you all know who I probably had to ban it for because they immediately tried to take it, and I said, nope, all the Strixhaven spells are banned. You cannot be trusted.
now that you say that.
You
that
do not
sounds
deserve
familiar.
nice things.
All right. Will you click on me? Just make sure I know exactly which one I am. Okay, yes. All right.
Dragon.
And there are enemies both sides of me, or just the one next?
So this one here is Kaius. This is you. John, the leader, is next to you. These are two of the bandits that came with him, and these are the two bigger dudes that were in here, or one of them was with you. I believe that like there was a bandit already in here or something like that, and like or 4 came with you. I don't remember exactly how the mix worked because it was so long ago that we played. I just remember that there were 5 total bandits.
Okay. My other question for you, before I choose what to do in combat, I don't remember if we decided on with her wind fan if it happens if she can choose to use the spell Gust of Wind when she attacks, or if it's a separate action to use that spell.
It's the wind fan, right?
Yeah, it's the wind fan with the Gust of Wind spell on it that I can use once per day.
It says casting time. You use an action to cast Gust of Wind from it.
Okay, so it's a separate act. Got it.
Correct, yeah.
All right. So, this is the first time you guys have seen Cora in combat. So, she pulls out 2 fans from her side and flicks them out, and she gets down into a very primal stance. And you see a all-out grin. Like, that's probably the most you've ever seen her emote.
Oh.
And then I'm going to use a Kai point and launch forward with an attack and a flurry of blows.
Okay, so I believe that is, 3 total attacks, right?
Yes.
2 are unarmed, I believe, with flurry of blows, and then you're using your fan, and I believe your fan is special as a weapon, right? We've like retextured something to be like a D6 or of slashing. It's like a metal, like a blade rimmed like fighting fan.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
Kyoshi warrior style.
This is some Kyoshi.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wind fan's a D6, and then right now my
That's right.
unarmed strikes are a D4.
That's right. So you can make all of those attacks, and I'm assuming you're making them all against John.
Yes. So she, as I'm rolling this, is going to rush forward, flip out with her fan, and then hit with a kick and her tail.
All
Okay,
right.
so first one, dirty 20.
That hits, believe it or not.
Second one, 21.
That hits too.
Third one, 17.
That also hits. They all 3 connect.
Fuck yes. All right. Do you want me to give you damage separate, or can I add it all together?
You can add it all together. Believe it or not, this random bandit in the middle of fucking nowhere does not have special resistances to anything. He is literally a guy.
22.
22 total damage. That is a big chunk of damage, but he takes it and smiles at you and just readies himself.
He's like, oh shit, got a challenge. Right.
Like he just squares up to you. Like he was kind of like looking around at everyone and making sure everyone was getting in the mix. And now that he's like, okay, everyone's in the mix. You attacked him. He's like, all right, I need to focus up. I don't have to worry about anybody else right now. So you have his full attention. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
Because I used Flurry of Blows and it succeeded, can I force him to have a dex saving throw or be knocked prone?
That's a key ability, right?
Yeah, and it's a free action.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you another key point, right? It's just a feature of Flurry of Blows, correct? I don't know
Right.
monks. You'd think I would know monks, but I don't.
Yeah, there's 3 things I can make them do if my Flurry of Blows succeed.
Cool. Yeah, you jump in, Norm. You are the only person here that I know of that's played a monk.
As if I remember. Sounds right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let her have it.
Listen, Garland Bothwell. I was driving from Boise this weekend, and I passed that sign. Every time I pass that sign, I'm like, that son of a bitch. Every time, every fucking time. I'm like, that bastard took his name from a fucking sign.
Look, we
What?
get it where we can.
That's right.
All right, he fails. He probably fails unless your save is below double digits. So he got a solid 7.
It's 12 for my. Wait, it's 13 for my save.
Yeah, he fully fails and is fully prone.
Nice, bitch.
He is fully prone. Anything else?
Nope, that's the end of my turn.
All right, it is now Zensika's turn.
Oh boy, let's watch me fuck this up. Okay, Zen.
She's gonna rule.
She looks like a little gnome.
Yeah,
witch.
well, everyone is as close as they had in the files I could get. So we'll figure out Tailspire another day.
I think she's
before
got a
hopefully the
beard.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out the next. There's just their mutton chops. I don't have a beard. It's all right.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll get some better minis here. I
funny.
did want to try to use Tailspire after building
So
this. So
this is cool. This whole system's really cool.
hopefully
okay.
it doesn't fuck up too bad, because we used it before in our last campaign, and I had the tiles all wrong. So I did single tile. So each one of these tiles is one square.
Zen is feeling particularly brave.
Yes, she is.
So
She
he's
is.
gonna turn to this dude that's kind of just right there in the center guy right here.
This guy?
Yes, that guy.
Okay.
And
He is the bigger thug
Good.
that did hit you.
Okay, let's try a little bonus action spell before
All right.
with a weapon here. Bonus action spell would be Hail of Thorns.
Ooh.
All right.
So I can't add that spell. I have to just search it up in this app. I can't add it because I can't add another character. I can only have one
Let's
character.
see. It's Thorn. What is it called? Hail of Thorns, right?
Hail of Thorns, yeah.
It's a good one. I use it. Hail of Thorns. The next time you hit a creature with... Oh, hold on. Decided wanted to reload. I have the spell app, but I don't have them attached to characters. I have to just search them manually.
That's exactly where I'm at, yeah.
Yeah, and in the character app that I have them loaded in there. So I have the spells attached to the character, but then I search them manually. The next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, this spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dex saving throw. A creature takes 1d6 piercing damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
Okay. So, yeah. I want to cast that on him and then use my...
So this is it's just you cast it, and then the next time it's not on him specifically, it's on your ammunition, so you could choose to hit anybody with it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it then on my bow and arrow.
Cool.
And that counts as a bonus action, right?
Correct.
Now I'm going to use my action. I'm going to shoot this guy. I'm aiming at this guy here.
Cool. So it would normally, with a ranged weapon, unless you had the crossbow expert feat, it would be a disadvantage. But because you have advantage on the roll, this is a straight roll.
Okay, so just a d20?
That is correct. You roll a d20, and then you add what you would normally add to hit. I believe I have your character sheet here. Somewhere in here. I think I might have deleted it. I deleted it. I don't have it on me anymore. It should be your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Hey, 18. Does that sound right?
Your dex is 18, so you would add +4. So 4 plus your proficiency, which I believe everyone's proficiency bonus is 3? 2. Next time is 3, I think. So you basically add 6 to your d20, and that is to hit.
Okay.
Your dex and your proficiency to hit. Unless you have something
Dex.
special.
Okay, my proficiency, my dex is 6.
So you add 6 total to your d20 roll to hit.
That's 11.
Total?
Yeah.
Oh, you rolled an 11. 11. Ooh, 11 does just
Hey.
hit. You do just connect. So
Nice.
you get to roll your damage for your longbow, which I believe is a d8, right? Or is it a d10?
Or it was a D10, I think.
I think it's
A longbow's a D8.
a d8. Yeah, a d8 for the longbow, but you also get to. He'll make a dexterity saving throw against the piercing damage. So do me a favor. Let's roll your damage for your bow first. So it's a d8 plus your dexterity modifier. So it's a d8 plus 4.
So D8, I got an 8. So 12.
Okay, and then plus 4, so 12 total. So bandit number 1 takes a total of 12 damage. And then I need... I need... He will. This guy will. This guy will. Nud will. And you will make dexterity saving throws.
I have disadvantage on that because I'm high as shit.
Yep.
He's just looking up in the air like, are those arrows?
What is the save? What is your spell save DC? It should be no, it's Zensika's. It should be your wisdom modifier
Oh god.
plus your proficiency plus 8.
Spell.
So your proficiency is 2, so it should be 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
My app's telling me 13, and that
So
looks right. Yeah.
That sounds correct. So everyone needs to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. The thug you hit does make it, so he'll take half of your D10. Basically, it's like a gut reaction. Like these two dudes ran up on her, she pulls her bow back without thinking, and just like lets loose this magic that spikes shoot out, kind of stab everyone in the feet, splinter up from the ground.
I just take 1.
Yeah, correct. All right, are you doing anything else on your turn? You still have movement if you would like to use movement.
She's going to actually. Can she put herself between Nud and these guys bearing up on him? Because she knows he's out of it.
Which ones? Like where you're at right here? Oh, where you're at right here?
Yeah.
You would have to go like, and you wanted to be like somewhere like what over here? Or are you talking about like in his space?
In his space, yeah.
I you can. I believe as a small creature you can pass through spaces, but you can't end your turn in a space.
Oh. Okay, she'll stay there then, and she'll turn yell.
Cut out there. What was that?
Not to the. She's just gonna kind of turn to and yell sorry.
Okay. That brings us to the last of the round, which is Kaius. You do have a guy here on you. Up in your business.
I want to. I'm gonna use inflict wounds on him.
Okay.
It's gonna like after he attacks, just reach out and like touch him, like naughty, naughty.
Okay. Roll the hit with inflict wounds.
Oh, fuck. Nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Give me that's gonna be so much damage. Give me the damage amount on this guy.
Oh fuck. Okay, that's. $43.
Oh my god. You absolutely
Jesus.
Yeah, you touch this guy and he looks very confused. Like you just reach out and touch him and he's like I just hit you with a fucking mace or try to hit you with a fucking mace.
I want him like to suddenly be like writhed with wounds everywhere because like inflicts wounds, but I want like black tentacles to writhe out of the wounds as he like.
Oh.
explode out of him.
He basically goes to say like what the fuck, but before he gets to like the hard consonant of fuck, like just all over his body these slash marks just appear and just like splurt blood out, and he starts coughing as one of them cuts his throat. And then like you see him mouth like and gurgle what the fuck one last time as tentacles come out of that, and like he just falls back dead.
Then I will turn and point to the one who's currently like the closest one to me that's on Zen.
Okay.
And I want to just say, your turn, and I want to start walking towards him.
Okay. You easily get there. He is I'll say that was so fucking absolutely brutal with like you went like quadruple over his hit points. I would like you to make an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh fuck. Good to have good charisma. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. You see his eyes go like wide, and he looks down at his fucking like friend, and like he's just like clearly like just fear. Like easily you could still read that some emotions, and you know what that one looks like. We will top of the round it back to John, the bandit captain, who is going to make 3 more attacks on Cora here.
Oof.
That is a 13 plus, what is his, 5? So 17, or 5, 6, 8, 18, sorry, math. 18 on the first attack. Rolled an 18, so a 23 on the second attack, and then the dagger is a 17 plus 5, so a 22. So I believe all 3 hit you, unless that first one, that 18, doesn't.
No, that does.
Okay. You take a total of 3, 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, 14. You take 17 damage, some slashing, some piercing. And that is his attack. Next is the Big Thug Boys. This one here is going to continue to try to smash Knud. What is his hit? +4? +4. Natural 1. He is like very confused at like the spikes. And then oh no, he does have advantage. Well, it didn't matter. His first attack still misses because he rolled a 2. So he rolled a 1 and a 2. Second attack, 15 and a 2. So he'll take the 15. So 19 to hit total.
Yeah.
Okay. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Knud is reeling.
Okay, you take that 7 points of damage. That is his turn. This Doug here is going to attack Zensika once more as well. 11 and a 2. So does a 15 hit Zensika?
Yes. Yeah. Oh my god, my mute button wasn't turning off. Yes, it does.
Oof. Okay, and the second attack is if a 15 hits, yeah, he hits you twice with an 18 on that second one. All right, so does a total of 2, 5, 6, 9 bludgeoning damage to you. And that is his turn. And then the last bandit here, after a very successful intimidation check, is going to take his action to fully disengage, and he's going to like fuck off. Like he's fully like running out the door. He just saw you explode his friend. So he's fully like out the door.
Aww.
You
Doesn't want to play.
You fully exploded him and then threatened that one, and he is out. Top Oh no, top of your round. So Nud, it is now your turn.
Nud is gonna turn toward the bar and spit a little bit of blood out the side of his mouth. And
Okay.
he's gonna turn back to Zen and just kind of wink and smile through bloodied teeth.
Teeth are falling out of his mouth.
Oh, these jokers, what do you reckon? And he's gonna give her a little wink of inspiration.
Jeez.
It's a plus d6 to your next roll or whatever you want to use it for. Then he's gonna turn to the guy in
Okay.
front of him. He's gonna go, hey, cocksucker, pratfall. And he's gonna cast command.
What was the thing you
Pratfall.
told him?
He's to fall on
Pratfall.
his ass like one of the Three Stooges.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Okay, wisdom save. He rolled a He rolled a 15. He has a +0.
Oh shit! Where the fuck is my? Oh, meets it beats.
Your
So yeah,
spell
he
save DC is-
survives.
He like tilts his head and he's like, "What?" Like he doesn't understand the word you used, much like myself. So he's just like, it only succeeds because he didn't understand what you said.
That's just gonna shrug and go, well, you know, we can't all take direction. And that's my turn.
All right. It is Cora's turn again.
Okay, so question. The guy I'm fighting standing up now?
No, I don't have a way. Oh, he would have. Yeah, he would have gotten. I forgot that he was prone that last turn, but he would have used his movement to get up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it
That
takes half
doesn't
of
cause
your
an attack
movement.
opportunity, right?
It does not. No,
All right.
unless he moves out of your space. Getting up from prone takes half of your movement speed, and he wasn't gonna move, so he just got up, and so he basically had 15 more feet of movement, but he didn't use it.
Okay. Still in her low, crouched, and almost feral state, she lets out an angry roar and spits lightning at him.
Okay. This is your dragon breath weapon attack, I believe, correct?
It is. He needs
Okay.
to
Is that
make
a line?
It
is.
is. It is. What is
Well-
what is the DC? Hey, listen. Live and learn. Zen stab people in the foot. You're gonna get two bad guys.
I just feel bad for Nud.
Yeah.
He's the one taking the
He
brunt
did
of all
this to
this.
himself.
Yeah. He
Can I-
kinda did.
100%.
Can I call for Nud to duck?
You certainly can. He won't be able to do anything about it, but you certainly call duck before you like breathe lightning. And
Well,
the
I
guy in
tried.
front of you is like, "What?" And so what?
Well, the nice thing is they all need to make a dex save.
Okay, so Nud, make a dex save.
Advantage.
What is the DC?
It's 13.
Oh!
Okay, the cap. You what did you get
Or
there,
15.
Nud?
There you go.
So what's your DC is what? 13?
Yes.
Okay, and is it you still take half damage, correct?
Yes.
Or is
That'll do it.
Okay. So the captain fails. He was very confused that you told him to duck and then attacked him. The thug surprisingly does make the save. He hears that and he's like, "Well, I'm not gonna fucking do that," and he does. So what is the total damage?
10 total damage.
Okay. So Nud, you take 5.
Oh, you got me purple.
The bandit cat you got me purple. That guy over there, he takes 5. Okay. All right. doing
And then I would like to use another Kai point, and I'd like to disengage and move between Kaius and Zen.
Okay. So like here or here? Because this
In front
this
of
is
them, because I want to wind fan people away.
here. Because so this is
Yeah.
this is Zen, this is Kaius. This is you're already you can move here or here. If you want to be in between them, I guess is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, that looks good, yeah.
Okay. Easy enough. Are you doing anything else?
No, I'll end there.
All right. It is now. It is now Zensika's
Can I interject real quick?
Okay,
Did she have a turn?
turn. You sure can.
Did she have a second turn? I'm just saying,
Who?
Zen.
this is my second turn.
This
Oh,
is
fuck.
everyone's
All
second
right,
turn.
yeah. Heroism's down because I'm down.
Yeah, you guys are you're
Oh, okay. No
you're,
more
you're
heroes.
oh you're down. Oh, I did not hear
Oh,
that.
shit.
So Nud goes down.
Okay.
Shit,
Just a
sorry.
stream of blood leaking out of his mouth on the ground.
Yeah, he got a drink, came off the bar, and just got like beat with maces, and then like his own teammates stabbed him and then electrocuted him.
Oh, no,
Just another
no.
Saturday night.
He says in his mind on his back, looking at the dingy ceiling of this middle of nowhere bar, the Dead End Inn.
Okay.
Yeah, it is Zensika's turn.
Zen is mad, so she is going to
Rage.
she's gonna exactly. A Colossus Slayer says that my tenacity can wear down the most potent foes.
And ally.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually aim toward the guy who's next to, like, even though this guy's been pounding on me, I'm gonna go for the guy near Nud because
Okay.
poor Nud.
You're using your bow, right?
I'm using my bow, and I'm also
it won't be with disadvantage because it is a ranged attack and he is far away.
Okay. So with archery, what is the +2 to attack with ranged weapons for me?
Your
That is
proficiency.
if that's your fine. That means no, +2 is like you add +2 to hit on top of that, I believe
Okay.
is your
Okay.
yeah, I believe unless it's +2, is it +2 damage? I never remember.
It's
with that
+2
shit.
to attack, so I don't know if it's just on my archery.
Yeah, so that's to hit then.
Okay.
So you also get the ability +2 attack rolls you make with a ranged weapon. So when it comes to hitting, you roll your d20, you
Okay.
add your dex, you add your proficiency, and then you add 2 on top of that. So it should be you should have +8 to hit with a ranged weapon.
Okay, +8. So I add my proficiency, I add my dex, so that's 5.
Yep.
Then I
so
add.
you roll a d20 and you add +8.
It's 27.
You definitely hit this guy. Like an
Okay.
11 hit him. So
I hit him, so he's gonna take an extra 1d8 of damage if he's. I imagine he's below his max.
He is,
point because
so,
I hit him with
yeah.
some stuff earlier too.
Yeah, you got Colossus Slayer. No, you didn't actually. This guy hadn't been hit by anybody except for Cora's Breath Blast.
He has
But
been. Okay.
But he did take damage, so it is an extra d8 for a wounded creature, I believe, is your ability with the Colossus Slayer.
Awesome.
So he'll take 2d8 plus your dexterity modifier with damage.
Okay. What do I do for this?
You roll 2d8s, and then you add 4 to that.
Why? Let's see, 2d8s. Then I add 4.
Correct. You
So
always
that's
add your modifier to your weapon. Yours is
12.
dex. 12 total. He
Total.
takes it. He is still up, but looking very hurt.
Okay. And I'm gonna move just a little bit. So I'm gonna move in between this guy on the right and Nud. So just in case he wants to head Nud's direction.
You're good.
Yep, right there.
You're good then. You don't get an opportunity attack because you're still in his range, so you're still good. Anything else you'd like to do?
She's just gonna kind of glance over, sort of like she wants to lean down and help Nud, but knowing she can't kind of get off her guard just yet, so she's just like, Nud, are you okay?
Gurgle, gurgle.
Fully unconscious. And we'll jump down into the last of your guys' initiative is Kaius.
Disappointed that the guy ran away and he doesn't get to play. He'll turn and just kind of as he puts his hands out, the book will like kind of hover in front of him, and I'm gonna cast Bane on all 3 of the ones that are left.
All right. What does that do?
They need to make a. Let me pull up this. I can't remember what saving throw.
Okay, I can tell you the main captain will probably fail.
They need to make charisma saving throws.
Okay, so the captain made a charisma save of.
I got to beat 14.
Captain fails. Thug 1 succeeds barely, and Thug 2 fails.
All right.
So this guy fails,
Okay.
and this guy fails. So the 2 closest to you fail.
Okay. Whenever they make an attack roll, saving throw, or a saving throw, they need to roll a d4 and subtract the number from the attack rolls and saving throws.
Gotcha. So noted. Put this d4 off to the side. Are you doing anything else?
No, that'll be my turn for now.
All right. So let's see here. It is now the captain's turn. There are. He's got a guy down. A guy ran away. One of you is down. How hurt do the rest of you look? Yeah,
Cora is
we clocked
bleeding
you.
pretty profusely.
Okay. I'm gonna say they're pretty brazen. They think they can still take you. Captain is gonna try to go for Zen with his 3 attacks. Minus a d4. Okay. I don't think a 13 hits you.
If the d4 stops it, I want like a tentacle to just almost come out of nowhere and like whip it away and like stop it from happening.
Gotcha. We'll say like it comes off of him, like off of his own shadow, like slaps his hand away. It's like, ah, shit, fuck. He fails all 3 of his attacks against you.
Nice.
He rolled really poorly. And also the minus a d4 didn't help. I don't think he would have hit even without it, but he fucks up and fails. It is
He's
now
just,
the
like,
thug's
dodging.
turn.
Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Yep. Let's do with Bandit 1 first. Bandit 1 is going to attack you. He does have advantage because you're near one of his allies. And then minus a d4. So, does a 15 hit you?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage from his first attack, and even with advantage, he's not going to hit you with his second attack. This guy, we'll have him go 5, 10. He'll plant himself here. He'll attack Cora. I don't believe he gets advantage because no one else is attacking. Yeah, so he doesn't get advantage. These are straight rolls against Cora because none of his allies are fighting. Oh, if against at least one of the thug's allies within 5 feet of the creature. Oh, so this guy is within 5 feet of you. So never mind. Disregard. He does have advantage against you. And then he doesn't take a minus to it. So does a 21 hit you?
Does a 21 hit you? Yes, it hits me.
Listen, I just absent-mindedly asked. Does a 16 hit you?
That it meets, so yeah, it beats.
Yep. So he'll take the 2d6. 5, 6, 7, 8. You take 8 bludgeoning damage from him. And that is their turn. It is now.
Cora is down.
What?
Oof. Cora goes
That's
down.
Hey, I've just been hit really hard.
Cora goes down. All right. It is now Nud's turn. Please make me a death saving throw, Nud.
6.
That is a failure. It is now Cora's turn. Make me a death saving throw, Cora.
Jesus. 15.
You succeed. 1 success. Zensika, it is your turn.
Okay. This is looking bleak. Right. Who just... Let's see. Okay, this asshole in front of me. I'm just going to go ahead and... I'm going to shoot him with an arrow, or I'm going to aim an arrow at him and also toss a Slayer here. But I still think I have a little Bardic Inspiration that I didn't use.
Correct.
1d6. So
you'll make this roll a disadvantage because you're using a ranged weapon and he is right here in front of you. But you can add a d6.
Okay, with disadvantage.
On top of it. So it's should be your d20, your lowest of the two rolls, plus 8, and then whatever you roll on the Bardic Inspiration as well.
Oh, okay. So d20. Well, the d20. What did you say? Sorry.
So what did you get on the d20?
17.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hit. Like you're gonna add 8. You don't even have to use your Bardic Inspiration die.
Okay.
Yeah, if your lowest roll on the d20 was 17,
the other one was an 18.
It's gonna. Yeah, it immediately hits him without even adding anything else.
Okay.
You just shoot it right in his fucking face.
Right in his fucking face.
So you add 2d8 plus 4, and that is the damage you do. Roll good. You could take him out potentially.
2d8.
He does not have a lot of hit points.
Let's see what we got here. Ooh,
No, sit right there.
16.
16. Okay, he is knocking on the door. Death's door specifically.
Buddy.
He is not quite there yet. He not. He doesn't look like he's liking his odds as much. But yeah, are you doing anything else on your turn?
What do I still have? Movement and a bonus action.
Correct. If you move, he'll take an opportunity attack. Actually, yeah, if you move out of his space, he'll take an opportunity attack on you.
I'm not.
Unless you move like 1 down. You could move like 1 down, and no one would take an opportunity attack on you. But that would be the only place you could move without taking any.
And probably I won't move at all. I'll just stay there, and that's it. That's her turn.
Okay. It is now Kaius' turn.
I'm gonna look to the one who has the my effect on him.
Okay.
The Bane.
The thug. This guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
All right.
He's make a Wisdom saving throw.
Well, he rolled a 5, and he has 0 to Wisdom, so he fails.
Okay. I just want to, like, whisper, like, kind of whisper under my breath, but, like, have it ring into the ears. I just want to say, I know where she lives. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Creepy.
What is the effect of Dissonant Whispers?
They take 3d6 psychic damage, and if they fail the save,
well, roll the damage. So yes, you might have just like freaked him out and then killed him. So
11 damage. Psychic.
He looks at you, and he's like, "What? No!" And he just dies. You just immediately like kill him. Like he had like 9 hit points left, and like you just like said, "I know where she lives," and then murdered him.
Hope he enjoys that.
Yeah, I mean, in whatever afterlife, whatever god he worshipped, hopefully they're kind. Because you were not. Anything else that Kaius wants to do?
I'm trying to see if there's something I could do to help the guys that are down. I don't think there is, though.
We need a healer.
False life wouldn't know. That just gives temporary hit points.
I don't know if temporary hit points can bring people up. I don't think it can.
No,
I don't think it does.
Yeah, you cannot revive a creature by giving them temp hit points.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Then I will Is there a way? Because I know she's still technically in the square, but she's like down. Could I put myself between, her and the bandit?
I will allow you to be in her space since she's down and you're a small creature.
Okay.
So I'll allow you to. Normally, I wouldn't allow you to share a space, but because she's a downed creature, I'll allow it because you're a small creature. You're a size smaller than her. I will say that for future reference, you guys can do that if you're a size smaller than somebody, and they are down. If they get back up while you're in their space, you will be shunted out in a random direction via a D4.
Cool. Then that'll be my turn.
Okay, very cool. It is now top of the round. The bandit captain saw you murder that guy just by saying something to him. He is really fucked up. I'm gonna say he's just gonna try to fully book it. Actually, he'll make his attacks and then he'll book it. Because he's not gonna disengage. Let's see here. Oh no. First attack misses against Zensika. First attack misses. Second attack definitely misses because it's a natural 1 minus a D4. Yeah, he -4. -3. Sorry. And then okay, his dagger connects. It looks like it does I'm assuming a 19 would hit you. Okay. You take. Oh god, one such shit. 4 piercing damage.
She's getting there.
He's gonna fully book it. He's just gonna use his movement to run.
What a coward.
I mean, you could take an opportunity attack against him if you'd like.
So okay, I've never done that before. So what does that look like?
Well, you don't have a weapon out. I don't believe you have a bow.
I have a bow and
I don't
arrow.
know if
I
you
mean,
can-
I could aim
I
at
believe
it.
it's only a melee
you could. I think
weapon
like
attack.
let's take a look.
That seems perfect. If a guy's running away, to
You-
just shoot him with an arrow.
Opportunity attack with ranged weapon. If you only have a range, you can't make an opportunity attack.
Well,
Could you
Other
smack
than-
him with the bow?
Besides an unarmed or improvised weapon attack, smacking them with your bow. So you can roll a d20, and this would be an improvised weapon attack, which I'm gonna say is how do you make an improvised weapon?
I mean, if you're proficient with it, you would add your proficiency, but
Yeah, but you're
it's just
not
a straight
proficient.
roll
So this would be
plus.
so
I would say this would be like a strength
okay.
based attack. So you would whatever your strength modifier is, you add that to your d20.
0. Okay, well I'll just.
Okay, so you roll a d20
roll a
and see if you hit
D20.
him.
Okay.
And I believe it does 1 point of damage regardless, or 1 plus your strength modifier.
It's a 5.
It's
You-
a D4 of damage from what I'm reading.
Okay. Is it? I thought that was if you're proficient.
An object that bears no resemblance to a weapon deals 1d4 damage to a character. From what I'm reading, it just says 1d4 damage. I don't think you get to add your modifier or anything to it.
Yeah. An object that bears no resemblance to a weapon deals 1d4 damage. If a character uses a ranged weapon to make a melee attack or throw a melee weapon that does not have the thrown property, it also deals 1d. Yeah, so it's an improvised weapon. So yeah, 1d4 of damage. But it did not connect with a 5. And then he's going to move here. He's going to move in this space, and then he's going to fully get
Can I
out.
swipe with the dagger? I have a dagger.
You certainly can. He will use a reaction to parry if you hit him. So his DC is normally 15. I'll tell you right now, his DC is normally 15, but he has the parry reaction, so he can add 2 to his AC against 1 melee attack that would hit. So you basically have to get.
I rolled a 17.
Oh, you fully hit him. Tell me, roll your dagger and tell me how much damage it is.
Holy crap! I actually have a dex bonus. I'm not used to that.
Very good.
4 damage.
You kill him. He had 4 hit points. So like you go to swipe at the back of like his like you hit like
One hit like his Achilles
yeah
tendon. Like
you easily cut it and like he falls and before he can make a sound his like head hits like the step that leads up to the door and just like fully
Oof.
cracks his skull
Ugh.
like as a doornail.
Ugh.
Just gone. You hear like an auto. I think you've killed 3 people and scared 1 away.
I'm just a friendly little Kaius.
No, you're not. It is the last bandit thug's turn. He is going to fully disengage and he is going to run. And he's out. Or I guess he wouldn't technically need to disengage since you would use your reaction to attack the captain, but he steps over the bandit captain and like fully like sprints out after the other guy who ran away. And that will be combat.
Sweet.
Let's take a
I
look.
want Kaius to be freaking out that the purple one is down and frantically searching the bandit captain for like a potion or something. He's gonna yell at the bartender for like a medical kit or something.
Oh my god, don't take anything from them.
So let's take a look here. Let's resolve some stuff, namely the music. We are not in combat anymore. However, there are still some rolls to make. So we will resolve what Kaius wants to do and what Zen wants to do. But first, I need a death saving throw from Knud.
5.
That's 2 failures. I need a death saving throw from Cora.
Jesus, Nut. It's worrying us a little bit. 12.
That is 2 successes.
Woo!
So, Zen, it is your turn.
Okay.
You have 2 friends down.
Who's
there are
dying?
no more enemies. The Nud is dying. Cora is like she's hurt and down and dying, but like she looks like her breathing is starting to like kind of stabilize a bit.
So she
Nud is
like,
clearly in like Nud is on his back gurgling.
she like she's like down on top of him, like over him, and she casts Cure Wounds.
That'll do it.
And that is 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier.
So your wisdom, which I believe is a 16.
It's a 17.
So you should be plus 3. So yeah, so it's still plus 3.
Okay. Yeah, plus 3.
Even numbers are what boost you a number up with your modifier.
So 1d8 plus 3, so that is sorry, not that much. It's 5 total.
I mean, that still makes him not die. So Nud, you wake up with Zensika over you, pumping you with magical healing life juice.
Oh. Well, hello there.
Twist. Now he's in love with her because she saved his life.
She wished. She wishes.
She wishes. No.
Is that what's going on in her head? She's like, maybe he would love me.
Oh, poor Zen. No, she's just
Right?
like she's just glad he's okay. So she kind of sits back and she breathes a sigh of relief.
All right. We'll jump down to Kaius. What are you doing?
Still freaking out. Yeah.
So it is only the bartender just kind of like you like yell for him to give you something, and he just like he's been like just behind the bar like kind of cleaning and doing his own thing while this kind of absentmindedly watching it, not really involving himself either way. You yell for him to help, and he just kind of like shrugs, and he's like, I don't know what you want me to do. And you can make a medicine check to stabilize Cora.
I will attempt
it is
to.
It is a DC 10 medicine check.
Since it's on a player, I'll roll in the chat.
That's fine.
Hey.
16. I mean, it's a straight 16. I don't have.
So you don't get up, Cora, but you do stabilize. You no longer are making death saving throws. Once you get, if you either heal, you wake up with whatever hit points you get healed with, and if you don't, if no one does anything, you will wake up in 2 hours.
Oh my god.
With
All
one.
right.
I want to have
I
let.
believe that's how it works. It's a D4. I just rolled in the chat a D4, and it is a 1D4 hours, I believe.
I want to have let Rorschach down on her and have him like kind of like what he does when I like stitch up wounds and stuff, and like that's how.
Yeah, he's fully working. Like he gives like a very quick salute and just like down in there, stitching up wounds.
Ew.
You're unconscious. You don't ew this.
I know, but it's just me.
And then
I'm just doing it.
I'm gonna loot.
All right, there's 3 dead bandits on the ground. The bartender, and you have stabilized the purple one, and you have risen Nud.
How do I get off the bandits?
All right, roll me an investigation check.
Let me see. Investigation.
Fantastic. So you find their gold. They don't have much on them other than gold and what they have, like their weapons and what they're wearing. So the thugs each have a mace. The captain had a scimitar and a dagger, and the dead bandit, I believe, had just a short sword. Yes, a short sword.
And I call dibs on the dagger.
Sure, that is entirely your call as a party. That can be all figured out by all of you.
How much gold did they have?
They had 105 gold total, 21 silver, and 44 copper.
I will take the mace, the scimitar, the gold, silver, and copper, and I'm gonna lay it all in front of the purple one, and then just sit and wait for her to wake up.
All right.
Buddy,
Because
that's not gonna
dragons,
do anything.
I mean, in his mind, dragons like hordes, so maybe this will help.
What's that? Is that fucking Parks, not Parks and Rec, Brooklyn Nine? Racism.
Oh, jeez.
Love it. Love
Bud
it.
is gonna stumble to his feet and sidle up to the bar.
Don't drink anything.
Oh, what a horrible mistake. Would you believe it, barkeep? I came here looking to make some friends and share some drinks. Look where that got us.
Yeah, you messed up my bar pretty good. I mean, not really the place to make friends, right?
Oh, I don't know about that. Seem friendly? You'll share a drink with me, right?
That explains why you got taken in so easily then.
Come on. Nud plunks his lucky mug down on the bar top. Drink with me. And on drink, Nud is going to cast command on the barkeeper.
Oh my god, to make him drink?
Damn.
What does he have to make?
Wisdom save.
What kind of save is this? He rolled a 15. Let me look up what his stats
Oh,
would
15.
be.
15 is my
What is your
save,
spell
so
save?
it doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he could have a minus, you never know.
Yeah, let me take a
Minus.
look. We're gonna look.
It would be so cool if you made him drink that poison.
Poison. poison for Nud. Nud's poison.
That's poison. That poison. He does not have a minus to wisdom. I'm just using commoner stats. Because he's not anybody special. So, he does not have a minus to wisdom. He just looks at you and, like, raises an eyebrow. And he's like, listen, no hard feelings, it's just business. I'm not gonna drink the poison shit that you drank.
Well, that's bad business, if you ask me.
Well, I mean, are you part of a crew of bandits, mercenaries that are gonna threaten to kill me if I don't work with you?
Not as such, no.
I'm in the
Vince
business
and
of
I
keeping
are
you alive,
representatives
so,
from
I mean...
Sanctuary City, and part of a delegation that represents the entire continent. I don't know. Do you know a party that represents a higher gathering of wealth and royalty and prestige?
I mean... Do I look like I do? He, like, motions to, like, the shit bar in the middle of nowhere that he runs.
I don't like to judge by appearances, but I can either recommend this to my superiors as a place that future groups of my affiliates can come for a safe drink, or I can recommend they take it off the map so that no one makes the mistake that I did. What do you say?
Well, I think that it's going to cost me some money to clean these bodies up, and I don't think that the patrolling warlock fists are going to really care about my involvement, because I'll just, you know, just a guy trying to make my living, so...
Well, you know, you could do better to make a living than poisoning the folks who come in here looking for a drink.
Okay, I don't think you quite caught what I was saying earlier. I either help them do little shit like that, and like, listen, they weren't going to necessarily kill you. They've done that bit before. They typically just incapacitate, rob you, and leave you up the road in your fucking small clothes. So, or, you know, it's that, or they, you know, replace me.
Who are they?
Just a group of fucking mercenaries, calls themselves, the Bad Bunch.
Where?
I mean, you just, there, and he just points to the dead bodies on the floor.
Are there any more of them?
Other than the two that ran out, there's like another 3 or 4, I think. Like a half orc guy. I think they got like a halfling guy I've seen once or twice, and then just like another average Joe.
Do they base anywhere?
Not really so much that I'm aware of. I mean, they show up here, I do what they ask me to do, and then they leave.
Shame. They've hurt the purple one. They all need to die.
Well, I mean, if you kill them all, that would be... I mean, listen, I wouldn't say no to that. That would be fantastic for me. I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, having my throat slit. So
Don't need anything so crass as that. Purple one looks like she's pulling around. Tell you what. You work for Team Purple now.
Or are you threatening to kill me if I don't?
I'm offering you employment.
I'm gonna throw a few gold pieces on the table.
Next time these knuckleheads come in here, you just show them the same hospitality you showed me.
So they give me the poison I use for that bit, and I don't have enough to poison all of them if they all show up, so I probably won't commit murder
Whoa. No
for
one's
you.
asking you to commit murder.
for like 3 gold. Well, listen, if you're not going to kill them, then I'm not going to help you because I've got no incentive to help you, right?
Can you find out about them?
I
That would
can
make
get-
it much easier for me to.
Yeah, I can ask information. That's not a problem. I can do if you promise to, get rid of them.
I will walk over to him, and just since I'm probably smaller than the table, I'll just like put my hand up and like deal. They will die.
He like immediately just like, all right, deal. And he shakes your hand. Name's Jacoby. I mean, I guess with this couple gold you tossed up here, drinks and some beds for the night, if you are interested. We got 2 rooms. I mean, they're not great. They're serviceable.
Zen, she walks over while all this conversation's going on. She goes over, she gets the dagger from the dead guy. She wipes off the blood. That's her own blood because he used it on her. And she puts it with her stuff.
Metal.
Then she walks over, she kind of storms over to Nud. And she punches him as hard as she can. That's for getting us in this mess. And she punches him.
You take a point of
She
damage.
punches him another time. That's for getting
2 points of
poisoned.
damage.
And then she punches him
You might knock him out
another
again.
time. That's for almost dying.
You take a 3rd point of damage. I believe you have 2 hit points left. I mean, unless you're gonna dodge those, then in which case, like, I'll make her.
Him.
Okay, yeah, you have 2 hit. You have,
He's
you
just
have 2 hit
lying
points
there.
left.
Contusion, swelling, spits a little bit of blood.
And then I mean, he's like barely, or like the same size, right? He's a little shorter than her.
I'm pretty petite, yeah.
Can she carry him? Can she lift him?
I mean, I feel like, what's your strength modifier? It's
I don't
you have like
it.
a 0,
it's
right?
A 0.
It's so you're not negative. Like, I don't know. Are you gonna resist her picking you up, Nud?
2 HP.
Okay, I say you could fully do that. Like, if you had a negative, I'd make you like an athletics check. But he's a little bit smaller than you, very weak, and not resisting, and you don't have a negative. So I say you fully can do that.
23 pounds.
So she picks him up. Okay, she picks him up. She turns to the bartender. She's still just pissed off. Where's his room?
He points to the side, to the, like, for your right, his left. Up the stairs there. There's just 2 rooms up top. Either one. They're open. Keys are inside the rooms to lock them.
Right, so she carries him off. She's taking him to his room. And this is all anger, so no worries, Nudge.
all
She's not
good.
taking advantage here. She's just mad.
Conscious. Can put up 2 HP a fight.
She's like, it's like
She's about to marry you half-orc style.
this is like angry. She's taking care of him in a very angry way, and so she's gonna go like clean his wounds for him and then put him to bed.
But very roughly,
Yes.
like with like more like fucking what the fuck is it called? Like more rubbing alcohol than necessary. Okay, fully good. So you and him are both like going upstairs to do your to turn in and do your long rest. All right, he pours a drink for you, Kaius, and then he like thinks for a second. The Jacoby, the bartender, thinks for a minute, pours a second one, and puts it next to like the seat in front of like him that's like next to you, like an empty seat. He rummages around the back for something, comes around, walks over to where Cora is laying, and then Cora, you wake up smelling something awful. Like you see him stop her like a little small bottle. He's like, that'll get you up. I mean, you're still gonna be pretty fucked up, but I can't have you laying here on the floor. I gotta clean up in case a fist comes by. And he looks to you, Kaius, drinks are on the counter for you. Help yourselves if you get thirstier, I guess. Whatever. And he grabs a shovel that's like off the side of the wall, and he drags the captain that's the closest body to the door, and he just drags him outside with a shovel and just fully leaves you and the now awakened Cora in this tavern by yourselves with 2 other dead bodies.
I'm so glad you're awake. Do you like what I've gotten you? And I want to show, like, gesture to everything on the floor.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, you just woke up to all of that.
Yes. Kaius, yes.
Goody. I want to pat the seat next to me and drinks. We have drinks.
What? I don't want to drink anything from this goddamn bar. What all is here in front of me?
I placed in front of you
105 gold, 21 silver, 44 copper,
4 maces and a scimitar.
two maces and a scimitar.
Oh, I thought all of the...
No, the 2 thugs had maces, so there's I guess there'd only be 1 mace, because the other one ran away. So there's 1 mace. So altogether the weapons were 1 scimitar and 1 dagger from the captain, which the dagger is gone because Zen took it, so there's a scimitar there. The 1 mace that the thug who died left, and then a short sword that the little bandit, the shit bandit that died pretty much immediately that you exploded left.
I suppose we can sell these.
Yes.
Okay, she'll stand on, like, kind of wobbly legs. And say, where's the others?
Sleeping. We have rooms.
We're staying here. Goody. Come on, then.
I will run over and, like, pick everything up and start carrying up the stairs with her.
All right. There is a room. Both of you, everybody who has gone to a room, it is serviceable. There's a small kind of like wood slat bed. Yeah, like very like bare bones, like a blanket, a pillow. It is a place you can sleep. It is not super comfortable. It is not on the floor. But there you have it. Is anyone doing anything else tonight or before they go to bed or anything like that?
I'm not.
No,
All
Zen
right.
just she does what she can for Nud and puts him to bed.
All right.
I will set Rorschach to guard the door.
Yeah, he like salutes. I love imagining this like really horrifying thing, but like acting cutely. If you don't like that, I can totally retcon that, but that's how I'm gonna play
love
it. That's how I'm gonna play it. Yeah, I feel like the whole time too, like Edgar was like floating up in the rafters, like cawing at everything happening.
Yeah.
Like while that fight was going down, he was just like, fuck you, stop.
So helpful.
Mom. I mean, he is a
I
bird.
know.
Do you want him in? If you want him in the battle, you can say so.
Well,
I don't
want
think
him
it
to
will
die.
end super
Yeah,
great.
I don't want Edgar to die.
He is a bird with like fucking what, like 6 AC, fucking like 2 HP, like.
He do be burb.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Cora could have accidentally killed him with her lightning breath.
we can use him for
Oh,
messages.
no.
Or your thorns could have accidentally killed him. So
Yeah, no.
pets are expendable. I won't actively kill your pet unless your pet is in the way,
Aw.
or if you fucking kill it, which is on you. I told you when you got it. If you didn't take care of it, this would happen. Because I am your parent. Anyway, I am the oldest one here, so I am your parent.
Oh,
Anyway.
geez.
Anyway, yep, you all wake up well rested, some more sore than others, but you all get the benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
And you hear, this is not again, it's not an amazing inn. You all hear like voices coming from downstairs. Sounds like 2. Like there's like a softer spoken voice and then one that's like raising its voice.
I really hope that's not something we have to worry about.
Like, it seems like he's getting angry.
Someone is.
Can I go downstairs when I hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Cora will follow.
Okay, you go downstairs. You see Jacoby, the bartender, is out from behind the bar and talking to what looks like a fist of warlocks. Something you have encountered once before earlier on your travels. A grouping of 5 sort of militarized magic users, one of which a tall woman with like a tight pulled back black bun, red eyes, like red glowing, like almost glowing eyes, armor, sword at her hip. The others are all kind of nondescript. Some of them have like some like rainbow colored scales on their arms, but look mostly human. There is a halfling that has like an eye like on her neck.
You.
Like like a third eye on her neck, who's just standing there like motionless. And that you just see that like Jacoby's like, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't have any issues here last night. I don't know who that man is. I've never seen him before, heard of him before. I had guests here. He sees you coming down emotions. You can ask them if there was anything that went wrong here. They just showed up and took some rooms, and that was that. Like, I don't know what that guy's talking about. This woman turns to look at all of you coming down and raises an eyebrow. We had a report last night that there was some violence here from a young gentleman who had some deep wounds.
Divine violence.
He said some newcomers in town came in and accosted him and his friends, killing some of them. I don't see any signs of that, but this isn't exactly a place of propriety.
I'm sure that's not something that occurred, as the bartender said.
Roll me a deception check
Woo!
with advantage,
Woo!
because you're basically helping Jacoby.
Oh, good. That advantage gave me 23.
Yeah. Well, she kind of like bristles a bit and looks to Jacoby, who kind of like does that thing where he like does the shrug and spreads his hands out, like, sorry, like, can't help you. We'll be keeping an eye on you, Mr. Williams. Yeah, you always do.
Why?
She looks at you, Kaius, and just like raises another eyebrow and like does a fucking like a fist motion in the air, and like all the warlocks like snap up to attention and like they all like just leave. Jacoby collapses in a chair. He looks fucking tired. Like bags under his eyes. Oh my god. Fucking Christ.
Why didn't you tell them what happened?
Because they're just as fucking bad as the fucking Bad Bunch sometimes.
Why?
Because people with power are typically dicks.
Yes, I'm sure they think that's power.
Do you cook any kind of breakfast here?
You can if you want. He just like motions like it's like I was burying bodies all last night and cleaning up the floors, so I haven't gone to bed, so I'm going to do that. If I get fucking killed in my sleep, so be it. And he fucking just like fully goes to a back room and leaves.
Nighty night.
Well, Cora is gonna head into the kitchen.
It's not really a kitchen. There isn't really a kitchen. It's like there's a hearth and there's like sausages and like knots of garlic and like small like little crates of like gathered vegetables, mostly root vegetables like potatoes and carrots and like an odd onion or so. There is some bread above the hearth.
Any
Oh,
cured
okay.
meats?
Yeah, I'll get the bread.
Cool. Yeah, there's like some hard cheese, and it's very bare bones here. You can probably gather with where this place is at outside of Clypeus, like kind of tucked away in the middle of fucking nowhere. You probably didn't get a ton of business, especially now with the reputation it probably has. Are Nud and Zensika also downstairs?
Nud's gonna wake up slowly and just kind of groom himself a little bit.
Zen, she got up extra early, and like she's outside. I don't think she went downstairs and went outside. She like went out through a window or something.
Cool. Are you like hiding in any
No,
way?
she's just like wandering around trying to like ease her anger. You know, she's doing a little Zen meditation here outside in nature.
Nice. Roll me a nature check.
I guess if she finds breakfast. Oh. Come on. 4.
Yeah, you couple times you're like, I'm not like super familiar with this area. Like a couple times you're like, oh fuck, where's that tavern? And like you find your way back, but like
Okay.
yeah, nothing crazy happens, but nothing.
So-
you don't really find anything to eat either out
Okay,
here.
so she comes back in like through the door this time, and she doesn't look much happier, but she's kind of resigned. So she walks in. Morning.
Good morning.
Where's that bartender?
Sleeping, apparently. She kind of like slides a plate of bread over to Zen.
Thanks. She starts eating.
That'll come hobbling down the stairs.
Cora will like pin him with a hard gaze and say, "You have some explaining to do, my friend."
Yeah. Always one for a story.
Okay, she'll make a gesture like, "Go on."
What's the gravy situation here?
The gravy situation is no gravy until you cough it up.
You can cough up gravy. That's
Yeah.
cool.
All right, I suppose fair is fair. Which one would you like to hear?
The truth.
You know, I always found the truth was a matter of perspective.
She just like glares at him.
You know, the truth is, as unchivalrous as the barkeep was last night, I don't know, he seems rather hard done by. I wouldn't hold a grudge against him. The passion of the evening, I may have been a little aggressive, but no, he's trying to keep a business open, trying to earn a little coin like the rest of us. You know, that's not anything to be ashamed of.
You think we're mad at him?
Well, you shouldn't be. If you were, no, he's not all bad.
I'm not.
Nud, cut the crap.
Yeah, still no gravy, huh?
Zen reaches across to get more food from Cora, as if like she's gonna eat it all, so Nud can't have any.
No need to be mad at the catty cat. We're all alive. It's a good day.
It's important to know why we were attacked. And seeing as I have no context there.
Oh yeah. Well, my buddy here, co-member of Team Purple, Kaius, he sort of put some scribbles down. I thought might be of interest to a variety of parties, and well, it turned out it was, and so I thought, hey, no, fair is fair, and share it with the interested parties, and they took it off us. But when I tried to share drinks with them, well, they weren't really up for that. That track with you, Kaius?
No more scribbles. All gone.
Yeah, that's probably just as well. They were a little disingenuous about the drinks.
What do you mean? What? Okay, first of all, what are the scribbles? Second of all, what do you mean they're gone?
Well, it was all kind of foreign to me, Kaius. I don't know. What did the scribbles mean anything to you?
Yes.
Oh. And
What were they?
Notes, directions, plans. Something about oh fuck, I have it in my notes.
Are you looking for the name of the person?
Yeah.
That would be Agramius.
Okay, I wanna something about Agramius and the mountains.
yeah.
Yes.
Agramius, Ulysses. He he wandered into the mountains a long time ago and got a little confused, and they still tell stories about him.
Mm-hmm. And they were willing to hack us for this? What even is the importance of it?
What? Do you have proficiency in history, Cora?
No.
Carry,
I do not.
never mind. Carry on. That tracks.
Very important. Big mage. Big mage.
I see.
Zen has lost all interest, and she just looks entirely bored. She's just eating.
But you say this book isn't in their hands now?
No. All gone now. Poof. I want to pull out my quill and just I make it go away, and I'll write on the counter, and then just wave my quill over it.
You all fully see Kaius writes on the counter in ink, and then waves his the same quill over it, and it just disappears. It unwrites it.
Well,
See?
isn't that just
Hey.
the way?
So you did that to that book
Yes.
back there?
Yes.
Isn't he gonna come after us when he finds out that the writing is
I
gone?
reckon he came after us last night, didn't he?
Not our fault.
They know? If that's them coming after us when they don't know, I'd hate to see what it looks like when they find out we screwed them.
Easier for me to find them.
If you want some real answers, we could maybe track down this character who's going to find out and see what they thought was so interesting about it.
We could. Though, I don't know that our interests would be better served there or not.
Where are you supposed to take it?
Oh, me? Well, that's kind of a long-term plan. Who knows what might happen between here and there.
Yes.
Honestly, I think we should continue with our plan to head to oh fuck, what are those mountains called?
The Hygon Mountains.
The Hygon Mountain.
So there is, with the way that the geography is, the Hygon Mountains are it's both the range of mountains that if you look on the map, see like that goes all the way down. But the true Hygon Mountains are like the tallest peaks, which are the furthest north, deeper through the Silverwood Forest.
That's where Grimius is.
Not knowing what that is, Cora just gives a side glance and says, going there would get us out of their radar. And, well, there was a group similarly to ours that went there and haven't come back so far.
Well, I'm sure I'm as curious as you are.
Then that's where I propose we head.
Seconded.
Okay.
Well, if we're ready then. No need to stay.
Yeah,
Time to
let's,
go.
hit the road. Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Nud. Perhaps next time you can tell us when you're working in the shadows?
Next time I find myself there, I'll try to find the light again.
She seems unconvinced, but heads out the door.
Here we go. I will follow.
All right, so where are you all heading? You're just outside of Clypeus. Is anyone taking a specific
reckon the-
path?
This path would be up through Ilorios, wouldn't it?
If you're going by roads, then yes, that would be the most traveled path. There are roads and typically like guards and the fists that patrol, and it's the safest, typically fastest route.
Yes.
Where are
Perfect.
the Hygon Mountains? I'm looking on the map.
So if you look on the map to the far left, the left and then up, you should see Ilorios. Right above
I see.
Clypeus, and if you follow, you should see the Lodge, the Silverwood Forest, and the Hygon Mountains. All of these mountains are technically the Hygon Mountain range.
I see.
So you are all heading to Zen's hometown.
Are we
No.
are we in like a forested area?
You are like the tavern that you guys are in is in like a forested
Because
area.
that is my favored terrain. So, and the natural explorer trait. So I don't know if that gets us moving faster at all or anything.
It doesn't, because we with the Tasha's rules, favored terrain and natural explorer is replaced with the new features. So there's really no issue with like everything is still. It also wouldn't really affect you. Like you're not going to move any faster because everything here is this. There's still a road here within this forest. So unless you were cutting through a forest, it wouldn't really help you. I believe. Let's take a look here at Tasha's real quick. Natural Explorer is replaced with some other goodies. Okay. Yeah, so you are an unsurpassed explorer and survivor both in the wilderness and in dealing with others on your travels. You gain the canny benefit below, and you gain additional benefits when you reach 6th level and 10th level. So you got the bonus skill proficiency and expertise in a skill, and got the ability to read, write, and speak 2 additional languages of your choice. At 6th level, you'll get a speed increase of 5, and your climbing and swimming speed will be equal to your walking speed.
Okay.
And then you'll get another thing at 10. It was one of those features that I'll let you do sort of the same kind of thing if you're like proficient in like nature. Like I'd let you make a roll to like help boost that, but for the most part, it wasn't a feature that really benefited the ranger too much. And everything is paved.
Okay.
We'll explore that option of like maybe looking at like how you can help people navigate through terrain. We'll say you can still have that as like a quote unquote favored terrain. We'll just have it do like maybe like some bonuses or something like that, or advantage on certain rolls if you're in it. That way it doesn't feel like, nothing. I don't want to take away from like your background.
Okay.
I want you to feel rangery.
Yeah, rangery, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to take away from the flavor of your stuff, so you'll be able to do stuff in the forest. Like you'll have advantage on certain things that are related. Beyond that, Zen, you have just been told by your group that you're going to be heading north to the Highgod Mountains, and you know what that means. You know that means that they're going to be traveling through your hometown of Ilurius. So it is. Let me take a little cheeky peeky.
I am here for that.
Everyone is here for that, but Zen.
This is the town I fleshed out with like NPCs and stuff. So I'm very excited. Let's see.
Embarrassment.
Where are the notes? Where are my notes of NPCs? I need my map, the travel distance map. There it is. I just need to it's about, I'll say, how many how many miles is it you can travel in a day on foot? I don't remember.
I think it's like 24.
Yeah, we'll just say that. Fuck it. It's gonna take you about 2.5 days to get there. So you should by the third day get there about midday. Unless anybody wants to do anything on the road during your travels, if anybody wants to RP on the road, we can do that. Or if you'd rather, I can make some rolls and we could just be there.
It is 24 miles, unless you're moving at a fast pace, and it's 30 miles.
Gotcha. Yeah, it will take you guys about 2.5 days.
Oh, that worked.
Okay.
Nothing big for me on the road.
Okay. Anybody else want to do any RP or anything like that?
Could I attempt over the 2 days, like while we stop and make camp, to craft a scroll?
I will say, do you have like something that keeps you like from sleeping or anything like that?
No, not yet. I just meant like in
Gotcha.
downtime, like combined over the 2 days, like.
I would say I could give you a couple hours of downtime because you're traveling for most of the entire day. You're not really settling down and chilling very much on this trip. Like you're kind of like, unless you want to, then you could certainly take longer. But I'd give you a couple hours. I'd give you let's say 4. I'd say you could probably have 2 hours each day to during breaks and camp setup and stuff that you could fuck around with some shit.
Okay.
So whatever that means towards the scroll making,
I will look and see if I can do it over multiple times, and maybe I'll just add up times as I go.
Gotcha. Yeah, you could totally just tick down a box of once you hit this many hours, you could just have it. So you could mark down 4 hours towards that. Same thing with skills and stuff like that. I believe it is 10 weeks minus a week for every modifier to your intelligence that you have.
Right.
To learn a new skill if you have someone who can train you in it, or have something that you could buy to teach you it. So you guys could potentially do that as well if you spent time. And it also costs you money, but you could certainly do that if you wanted to try to. That's just how downtime works. But anybody else? So we got Core, we got Kaius. Are Nud and Zen doing anything on the road?
I am going to keep an eye on Zen just to try to see what kind of mood she's in.
All right.
Is she pissed still?
All right, Zen.
Have y'all met teenage girls?
Unfortunately. Teenagers in general.
Yeah, she's I'm just trying to find the right meme for this.
May. Oh man, I love to see you guys using the
I'm all about these memes.
love to see you guys using the meme Discord.
Memes.
I dropped
love
like
them.
3 or 4 things in there that I need
Yeah.
to be canon now.
The flurry of bros.
Yeah,
Yes.
she messed up and said flurry of bros, and I was like, I need this.
Nice.
Um,
I kept
the-
hearing like I keep hearing like she said Kai point.
she said Kai pint, and I was
Kai
like,
pint.
yeah, I was like, I need a Kai pint now too. Let me see, I found those 3 of them.
It's a beer. It's a beer that can restore 1 key point.
Oh, and I also need
Nice.
the Big Thug Boys to be canon as well as a boy band group.
I think I said that. Yeah, the Big Thug Boys.
Yeah, and I was like, I need this to be a boy band. I need this to be a canon boy band in the
hey,
world
hey.
somewhere.
Die.
Oh,
Exactly.
God. No.
Hey, listen, 2 did get away. Technically 3 that you know of. The one that got away with the book and the 2 that ran out. They could form a boy band.
I need
They
this.
could leave the mercenary life behind. But yeah, that meme of the girl at WWE being very angry, or a boy with long hair.
Yeah.
Hard to tell. That is the
All right.
the vibe you get off of Zen.
I'm not going to sing
For
us
free.
along then. I'm just going to keep quiet.
All right. So it is a very uneventful travel for the most part. You do the trees and the forested area starts giving way to bigger swaths of rolling hills and more vibrant greenery. Eventually, you start seeing hobbit holes, very, very Tolkien-esque hobbit holes, starting to dot the countryside as farms. Before you do make it to the more populated, it's hard to call this place a city. With like the population, like it is big, but it's just like spread out. Nothing is really crowded in here. So it feels like a city with the distance, but like with how sparse things are, it's more of like a large town. But you do make it to the large town of Ilorios. Felis and halflings, very commonplace here. And where are you all heading?
Zen.
I mean, we're here. We should go to Zen's
Yeah,
house,
I
right?
think
I was gonna
she
say.
wants to like, hey guys, do you want to go see this? Hey guys, you want to go see that? But everyone knows they're
Yeah, you know everything that's here. I'll say, Zen, you've lived here most of your life. You know that there's two like inns and taverns. There is like an herbalist. There's a general store, a smithy. This town actually has a church, and there is and actually like it. This town does boast to be one of the only towns that has its own orrery. Which, if those of you don't know, an orrery is basically like an astronomer deal. They like have like telescopes and chart the stars, and
So that's where Zen is trying to take them. She wants them to come and see this, but it's clear she's also specifically doing it to keep them from going to her house.
I would like for everyone to roll me an insight check, and I would like Zensika to roll me a deception check, because I feel like that is a thing that's happening. That you're trying to avoid going, and some of these people might remember that you are from here.
Hey, Zen. She got a 21. Natural
Okay.
20, and then, yeah.
I got a natural 20,
Ooh.
which is a 23.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, you know. No, you know she's trying to like steer. Like she takes you down this like she starts walking down a path. It's almost like she's very naturally is like walking down this path and kind of does that thing where she stiffens a bit and then like does like a hard turn down another path. And she's like, oh, I want to take you guys to the orrery. So you can tell she's trying to avoid going down. And you look down the district she just avoided, It's clearly a residential district.
Hey there, Zen. I don't want to presume, but it seems like you know your way around here. I wonder if you could point us in the direction of the town church.
Yeah. And I guess, can we say the church is pretty close to her residence?
Yeah, it's like it's down the road. Like it's down the road you just tried to avoid.
I mean, yeah.
Because like it's down towards like the residential district, because that's where people live. They go to church. Like it's easier access for them.
Wait, do we remember she lives here?
You tell me if your character would remember she lives there.
I mean,
I'm not gonna
would
make
think
that. I'm not
so.
gonna like if you made a note of it and wrote it down. Like you absolutely like that's RP stuff. Like I'm not gonna take away agency from that.
All right, okay. As we're walking around, Cora will. Would it be feasible to stay with your family here, where we don't have to pay for a room?
I mean, I don't know if they really have a lot of space. We kind of have it's sort of like a small, she's just like rambling. It's sort of just a small space. There's not a lot of room. I mean, maybe, you guys could share.
We don't want to impose.
But
we are emissaries from Sanctuary City. I'm sure we can find accommodations somewhere more befitting our station. No need to put out the locals.
It's just,
But Zen doesn't Zen want to see her family?
That's where I was leaning.
I guess, my mom's a good cook, but I don't know. I guess if you want to.
Yeah.
She gives up.
All right. So are you leading them to your house?
So yeah, she turns, she kind of has that slumped, she's given up, and she's just leading them.
Wait,
You're gonna
as
pull
we
like a
are
like a.
walking. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say she's gonna pull like a teenager and lead us to some fake parents or something.
Oh god.
But
Like her cool
Greg,
uncle be like, play cool.
Pulling a fucking Greg Bacchitis.
Yeah,
from
like Greg
fucking
Bacchitis. Yes.
Greg Bacchitis. He always does this. He hires a fake mom whenever he's in trouble. Greg!
If only Uncle Marcellius lived here.
Oh my god.
He lives further north, not in in town, like in the forest that at the base of the mountain range.
It's just too bad.
As we are walking through the residential district, are all of these houses small?
They're not super small. Like you could go in one. Like it wouldn't be exactly like the token. Like it wouldn't be Gandalf in fucking Bilbo's house. It'd be close, but it wouldn't be super uncomfortable. It would be cramped. You would feel cramped, but it wouldn't be like. What? How tall is Cora?
She's pretty tall. I mean,
Was 7? Are you didn't you say 7 foot? Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be full Gandalfing it in Bilbo's house.
great.
While they're walking, Zen has a moment where she just stops. Maybe I should send a note home just in case, but before we just show up. And
Why?
I mean, we're here
she still grabs a little piece of parchment, and she writes something and then hands it to Edgar.
Why don't you send me a message what that note says? You give this note to Edgar, and you all see Edgar get up, go down the road like 30 feet, and make a hard right down a path towards a house. You're right there. So you see Edgar, you see from a really a little black speck in the distance land at a
I think
house.
It's only fair we give our prospective hosts a bit of notice to prepare our accommodations.
That's
my
your
note.
Okay. I can work with that.
Maybe we could see about that church before we impose ourselves.
All right.
Okay, so she leads them to the church.
So what? So you start leading them to the church. You have to walk past your house to do that. You have sent a note already to your house. So as you try to very quickly shuffle by, You see your dad, known as Monty Flintflower. Zen. He's like at a distance, like waving, like very like enthusiastically.
So the church is just over here. She's like, just.
I think someone's calling for you over there.
So she looks. Hi, Dad.
Hey, Zenny. Oh my goodness. Looks at Cora immediately and like, roll me an insight check. Zen.
Oh no! Wait, can I also roll an insight check?
Sure.
We about to see some
I'll
good
say-
old-fashioned
I'll-
racism.
I'll say anybody that wants to roll insight can.
13.
No.
14.
15 for me.
15. 14. Caius?
He's staring at the sky right now.
Okay. I'll say all of you with a 13. Like, Zen, you've never really seen your dad mad or angry. You've seen him at his wit's end with you. And, like, the exasperated, like, good dad thing where he's like, I'm disappointed in you, but, like, he doesn't look like he's, like, thundering mad. You see, like, this, you've never seen it before, this dark expression come over your dad's face for, like, the briefest of seconds. And, Cora, you definitely see, like, this guy's, like, he looks super happy to see his daughter, and this, like, expression you've never seen on a halfling before crosses his face.
Oh, he hates me.
Like, and then you see him look kind of like take you up and down, and like his face visibly immediately relaxes.
Like
and
we
he
just
looks
gave this
over
guy
at-
war PTSD or something.
Mm-hmm. So he turns, looks over his shoulder. Honey, she's with the monastery. And you see a little like window, like you see like a little arrowhead, and then it like goes back inside the window, and then you see like the half face of your mother. They were gonna, they looked like they were getting ready to like fucking snipe you.
Jesus Christ!
And they're
look
like,
down at Zen.
geez, and you didn't tell us you were friends with someone from the monastery. Well,
Dad,
come in.
Did you
Come
get my
on
note,
in.
Dad?
Yeah, it said don't be
Oh my
weird.
God.
I don't know what you mean by well,
Ah.
what?
Sorry, guys.
Well, what are you apologizing for? Come on in. Your friends have been standing out here this whole time. Come on in.
She is like red, beet red.
I will accept his invitation and just start walking in, being, oh goody.
He looks. Oh, Zen, your allergies are acting up again. You're all red again.
Dad.
You gotta get that cream that your mom gets at the church.
She looks over.
Pastor Walter brought it
She
to
looks
us.
over at Nud
Sister Mark.
just to see if he's like hearing this, which of course he is, but.
Oh, for sure. He's just like a good, super good doting dad. He's like, oh, the Pastor Walter brought that cream, for your allergies.
I don't use any cream, you guys.
Well, that's nothing to be ashamed. Everyone has
Did I hear you
problems.
say you were in tight with the church there? Which church was that?
Well, everyone here. That's the
Oh,
Church of
naturally.
Elgrest down the road there. Everyone goes there. It's just part of
Well, I might have guessed.
Part of
You're
living
such
here.
Gracious and accommodating hosts already. I can tell. It only is befitting that you would be in the good graces.
Oh,
of
stop.
Philigus.
Well, I don't know about the good
Well,
graces,
that's
but
all
we
any of
certainly
us can
try.
do, right?
Okay,
Of course, come on in. And he like motions for everyone to just come on in. Your mother. Would you like to describe your parents?
I don't think I have the description. I think
I
you
don't-
do.
That's all right. I will do it. I don't have a full description of it, but I will make one right now. You can definitely see where Zen gets her looks from. Like, there's a bits and pieces of like her from both of her parents. They're very, very like. They look very like if you hadn't seen the display before, look like very unassuming halflings. Kind of like that sort of like deeper, darker, like chestnut, like brown hair. The mother has hers in like a loose kind of bun behind her head, kind of like little pieces poking out. Looks like she's working in the kitchen. There's some flour on an apron. You see as you come in, she hastily puts something in a cupboard. Turns back around. Yeah, you see there is a cupboard. It's like a storage cupboard that like your parents used to just like keep like kind of like whatever in. But she puts something back in that storage cupboard, very hastily, and locks it. And hello, are you friends with Zenny?
Yeah.
Zen remembers her manners because she knows her parents are going to call her on it if she doesn't. So she turns, Mom, Dad, this is Kaius, and this is Nud, and this is Cora, and they're my friends.
They, as each of you are introduced, both of them, like the father first and then the mother, immediately follow up on like a two-handed handshake. Well, nice to meet you. Like both of them, like one after the other. Well, come on in, sit down. You've been traveling for what? A couple days or weeks?
Not long.
Well, you have to tell us all about your travel so far. We haven't gotten a single letter.
It's been pretty uneventful, right, everyone?
Well, it's a large
uneventful
terrain to cover. We have a lot of travel to do, Well,
people to kill.
No danger or anything like that.
Cora just kind of side eyes Zen.
People to kill.
He's just kidding. He's just kidding, Dad.
It's only been 3 so far.
Your mother and your father kind of exchange this look, and just kind of, what kind of, you have to tell us all about that. What kind of people were they?
Tall.
All right. Well, were they bad? Or... I love it. Yes, thank you. That is exactly who I'm going for parents. That's exactly who I imagine.
Yes, exactly. Oh.
Oh, yes. Bad people.
And you killed
He's
him?
a little bit confused.
Yeah.
No, of course we didn't kill anyone. He's confused, Mom and Dad. We didn't kill anyone. Of course we didn't.
Roll me a deception check with disadvantage. They're gonna roll in.
Cora is judging you so hard right now. She's just raised a brow in judgment.
Oh my God, 4.
Oh yeah, they just like your mother looks at like your father kind of like ignores it. You catch like your mother out of the side of your eye, and she gives you like that
no.
face, like the we'll talk. We're gonna be talking about this face. Like this, like we'll scoot past this. This isn't over. Your parents are super kind and nice, but like when they want to get like ornery, they will. And you did not inherit, like you didn't just get your stubbornness from nowhere. Like it's a learned behavior. Fully. They motion you to sit down. I think we have some seats for you there.
Yeah, can I
Miss Cora? They like you see like the dad Monty, he goes out and like gets a chair, like he uncovers like his chair from like the back porch and brings it inside, drags it in and fully like sits it down. Well, sit down, tell us all about it.
I do want to move like slowly, seeing as I've apparently unsettled them at some point.
Roll me another insight check.
Ooh.
That is a 5.
Yeah, I mean, they don't seem to be like one way or the other. They're very hard to, like, it's hard to read how they're feeling now at this point. Like they're full parent mode. But they're being hospitable.
That's fine. That's fine. I just want to be like careful.
Okay. Yeah, they well sit down. We got some. You guys hungry?
Oh,
It's about
there's,
lunchtime.
No need to make a fuss over us. Really.
Zen says you're a good cook.
Oh, the best, honey. And she like, I'll be right back. And she like goes off, and you're not putting us out. You've never been to a halfling house or
it's been a
something.
while.
Never been.
Well,
many much to eat.
And it's kind of rude to say no.
well, listen, if you're not hungry, we're not going to force you to eat, or if you're allergic to something, or, if you're just not feeling it, we would never force you. We don't want to put you out and make you feel like you're obligated to. I wouldn't say it's necessarily, I think the way you dismiss it really defines if you're rude or not.
If you tell my mom no when she offers you food, you'll pretty much be on her shit list.
Oh, well,
language.
Your father's like, oh, that's not true, and he like looks at all of you, and he's like, it's absolutely true. He nods. He's like, that's not true, but he's like nodding yes, and like his eyes are like a little bit wide. She would completely understand. Now, absolutely, if he like lowers his voice, he's like, if you have an allergy to something, don't hurt yourself on account of her feelings. All right.
Well, maybe a midday snack would be okay. Just don't make a big fuss. We're just like you folks.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, I didn't expect anything. Didn't expect you to be not. And you see, like, the mother comes in, starts bringing in. There's like hand pies, and it's full halfling. Like, this is like just a light lunch. Like, just we don't want to put you out, and you probably have some running around to do, but you're more than welcome to stay and then relax as long as you like. I don't know how long you're gonna be in town. And as he's like, kind of going a mile a minute, like more and more and more food comes out. And Zen, and I didn't even say Kaius, like to you, this isn't registering as like a ton of food. Like this is like a normal, like this is just like a regular lunch. To Knud and Cora, like there is not room on the table for anything else, and yet they find room for more fucking food.
Oh my god.
Moving the lamp to put some food on the
well, your sister's in her classes right now, but I'm sure she'll be home this afternoon. She'd love to see you.
You have a sister?
I do. I have a little sister. Her name's Fenora.
Well, she must
How
be
interesting.
very proud to have such a brave and adventurous older sister.
How old was Fenora again? I don't remember how old we made her.
She's pretty young, so she's like maybe.
Say she's like a kindergartner's
she's
age.
Just a little one, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't fully understand. She just knows. Well, she. I don't know if she loves her sister very much. I don't know if she would be necessarily proud. She doesn't understand why her sister just up and left, despite her mother and father's protests. But Fifi got over it eventually.
I'm fine.
They just share a look again.
Cora, trying to help, pipes up and says she's very helpful on the battlefield.
The battlefield. I thought it was just 3 people. There's a battlefield.
She says
now.
Battlefield, she just means like the road. Like, we're just like walking along, we're having a nice time on the battlefield, but it's not really a battlefield,
Your mother fully openly gives you the look. Like, it's no longer like a side-eye thing. It's like a full open, like, the look. The mom look.
She looks like ashamed. She does the, she kind of cowers a little.
Don't mistake us, ma'am. What we mean to say is, as strangers in a strange land, those not following Filigris can sometimes feel as though they're at war with you. She brings her innate understanding of hospitality to make us welcome and ingratiate ourselves, strangers. That sort of battlefield.
Wilma Flintflower reaches over the table and pats your arm lightly. Now you don't have to lie on her behalf. We love our daughter very much, and she has a lot of positive adjectives that can be denoted to her. Hospitality is not one we have been able to impart. Oh, everyone is different, honey.
Jeez.
There's nothing wrong with it. You're not unhospitable. Well, She starts saying that and like stops.
Stops. Fucking. Oh,
I love being parents.
I'm here for this.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
I
Having
bet
a great
Kaius is
time.
just loving seeing Zen in this.
Yeah, Kaius has got just like a huge sharp tooth grin on right now, just like staring back and forth.
Well, tell me, where do y'all hail from? I don't know why they're Southern. It's so hard to do this accent for them. I just gotta keep going. Geez. Geez. Minnesota Golden Gophers. Da Bears. Da Bears. I gotta warm myself up before I do these guys. Well, where do y'all hail from?
Oh, Sanctuary City myself.
Oh, that must be
Well,
wonderful.
It's good enough, I suppose. It's maybe not quite as cozy as roundabouts here, but it'll do.
Yeah, with the Krissune Empire being there, I can't imagine it would be.
Excuse me?
Oh, nothing against your monastery, hun. It's just the empire itself.
So these
You can tell Cora doesn't like that
and Zen
statement,
jumps.
but she looks to Zen and like closes her
Zen
mouth.
jumps in with these hand pies are so good, Mom.
Well, they're just my normal
Something
everyday
about
hand
it's really
pies.
different. Are you sure you didn't put something else in them?
I mean, love, which is probably something you don't get a lot of after leaving home. She's being like very like, I'm a mom, but I'm low key shitty, and there's nothing about it because I'm your mom. I'm channeling my mother here. I'm like, oh
Kaius is
shit.
gonna fucking jump on that and like eat one of the pies and how could you leave such a wonderful place, Zen? Such good food.
And your mother like crosses like her fingers and like puts her chin on her hands and looks at you, Zen, like waiting for you to answer your friend.
Well, I mean, I've never left home before. I needed to go out for some adventure and look at these friends that I met.
Well, they are quite lovely.
Oh, such loving
I
parents.
fully planned on coming home eventually.
Yeah. Soldiers always do, honey.
Well,
You guys have room to talk.
Your mother fully glares
Mr.
at
and
you
Mrs.,
to like shut your mouth.
Flintfingers.
Like you all immediately like, unless you have a negative to your insight, like you all fully catch like this, like it's both like real anger and like slight fear that cross, like fear a little bit on the father's face, but like anger and fear on the mother's as she looks to Zen.
you were soldiers?
No, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm. Never would have known.
I just meant, leaving home and all that, but it's obvious that she can't backpedal her way out of this.
You backpedal your way into a bigger pile of shit with saying, leaving our home. Your dad's like, well, this has always been our home. We've never left.
I know.
Being that Zen is in a little bit of trouble, Kaius might backpedal a little bit. And do you have any baby stories about Zen? I know so little about her.
The mom gets up. I have a book, and she like runs off.
Oh my god.
She comes back with the most stuffed scrapbook you've ever fucking seen.
Mom, please don't.
Oh,
And you see, your mom looks at you and gives you this smile of like, this is what you get. Like this is part punishment. As she fully sits down and like starts showing, like there's not really like cameras, there's not like pictures, but there's like little like pictures you've drawn and like like little things that you've brought and given to your like pressed flowers that
And I'm
you've
sure
given your
plenty
parents.
of awfully
Yeah.
embarrassing stories to go along with them.
Letters that you wrote to Filigris when you went to classes. Great.
Zen gets up and she just goes and like sits in the kitchen, just like in the corner, and is like not even. She won't even look that way.
So like everyone, we'll say
Cora's
every.
gonna follow
yeah.
her.
Okay, so you're like you go to the kitchen. This is all happening in the living room at this point.
I will sit and listen to everything this woman has to say.
Yeah, you get it all in. She is just fully like gushing at this point. Like you like fully tell she's not even aware of like the surrounding like circumstances. She's just like full mom moding. But yeah, you and Zen are in the kitchen.
Yeah, she has to duck down to like get through the doorway into the kitchen.
Oh, fully, yeah.
And now when they're in the kitchen alone, she'll couldn't have warned me. Your parents don't like dragonborns.
Sorry, I was hoping that we might avoid them, but I'm sorry. And also, I don't know what I did to deserve this.
This is not the worst welcome I've received.
I just wanted to do something interesting with my life. You know, I felt a little smothered here.
Smothered is a feeling that I can understand.
I guess we're more alike than I thought.
She'll like keep crouched and be like, I perhaps was wrong in saying this would be a comfortable place to stay.
And listen, it's not that my parents hate dragonborns. She just stops. She just kind of stops at that point.
She'll raise a brow. The arrow pointing out the window says otherwise.
Complicated. They don't hate you.
But they did fight dragonborns at one time.
I mean, I don't know the whole story.
Do I know of any like war that happened between the two?
Roll me a history check with advantage.
Ooh. 11. Whopping 11.
I mean, it's not a high DC for this. This is like a big turning point in the history of the country you're from. So it was a DC 10. So in your country, there are you know that elves, dragonborn, like kobolds, goblins, like bugbears, those are all major races. There are other races. There are like a handful of other races that live there, like, you know, anywhere else. But the majority of those races I mentioned are who makes up the country. However, goblins and halflings used to be sort of the major population of like sort of the southern area, the southern part of the continent. It used to be mostly them until a few hundred years ago when the Empire expanded its influence, and they still to this day, it's sort of like, if I could akin to it in real life terms, it's sort of like the IRA versus the UK. So like they occupied it and they're like, this is England now, and the Irish were like, fuck you, no it's not. So there is like the people you like were accosted by on the road, like in like the very start of the game, they were probably, it was a halfling and a goblin. They were probably part of this sort of like weird IRA-esque resistance. They are labeled as terrorists, like rebels.
Okay.
They're not winning. They are very small. The Empire considers them a nuisance, but nothing that is like given them the ire of the full weight of like the military to like send in like everybody to just like fucking squash them.
All right. Then she'll just look back to Zen. And so they didn't fight at all?
Well, I mean... Oh, look! She's showing one of the pictures I drew in school. She gets up and goes back into the living room.
Getting a little obvious with that avoidance there.
Yeah.
All right, Cora will just roll her eyes and follow her back.
Yeah, you're all here, and she's like kind of winding down with the stories. The dad's kind of like, well, where are y'all gonna stay tonight? Like, you more than welcome to stay here. I'm sure we could get a couple. We have enough that everyone can stay, and we'd have to probably put 2 together for Miss Cora here, but that shouldn't be any problem. We don't have a bed, unfortunately, but we could, pile the bedding up and make it mighty comfortable. I'm fully committed to whatever accent happens at this point. I apologize. I will practice. The bears. Da bears.
Cora will look to Zen.
It would be really nice if we could stay here, Dad. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we don't want you needing to stay at the Good Fortune or anything like that. We don't want you staying at the Honey Paw if we can help it.
Yeah, the last time we stayed at an inn, it wasn't too great. She catches what she's saying. I mean,
well, listen, the inns here are good. Don't get me wrong. Grufkin does what he can to get his nephews in line, and Benabob does his best to make his tavern nice and good. But it's it's not home.
thanks, Dad. She's just glad he didn't pick up on what she was saying.
Yeah, he fully didn't. Just whoop.
I feel like there's so much code happening.
Guys,
I mean,
what was that place called? The astronomer place? What was it called? Oroi.
The Oroi.
Guys, did you want to check out the Oroi?
I mean, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be open this
What
early,
time is
honey. It's midday, like it's the middle of the day, and it's like a place that you chart the stars.
Okay.
I'd say you probably sound like you probably Zen would have been interested in visiting in it probably multiple times. You would know it is run by a halfling that most people find, I don't want to say off-putting, eccentric. He is very obsessed. He's obsessed with like the sky and the stars and like its history and like everything like that. The Oroi opens fairly late and he sleeps during the day because you can't chart the stars.
Obviously, Zen would know that, so maybe this was like a get them out of the house kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can chart one.
Let's go look at the
You
sun.
could. Very briefly. There is only one sun on this world. I did not make 2 suns. I didn't want to do that.
Nud, you wanted to see the church, right?
Yeah, it would be great to have a local escort to the holy digs here.
Okay, well, we'll be back later, Mom and Dad. Thanks.
I'm gonna stay here and work.
Oh, well, we could take you to one of the guest rooms and do your business, or if you feel more comfortable doing out here, you absolutely more than welcome to. We'll get you settled in. We'll get your friends settled in here.
I'll just look to Zen and
She goes up to her parents and is just like, he's a little bit weird. Just I don't know, patient, I guess.
Honey, your mom, honey, one of his eyes is stitched shut. I think we're not that blind.
She leaves.
We got it. We got that vibe. They fully can tell he's like special. He's a special halfling.
Cora will nod to them on the way out.
They will politely just make sure you come back, and if you don't leave, don't let her leave. She like the mom actually the mom will grab kind of like your like the ends of your robes real quick before like as everyone's walking out like to you, Cora, and just like do that thing like the hand motion for you to like get lower to her so she could say something to you.
All right, she'll bend down.
Don't let her leave town without saying goodbye. You have my full motherly permission to teach her a lesson if she tries.
No.
You're from the monastery, right? I know you can handle yourself.
Sure.
She just like, thank you, and she we'll see you for supper maybe.
Maybe.
We'll have enough ready just in case. Just like pats you and like goes about turning around to help Kaius.
Get settled in a room and keep working on my scrolls. Let everyone do their thing.
Cool, yeah, it's noon. Like however many hours you want to do that, you fully can.
Awesome.
All right.
I looked it up. It's 8 hours counts is like a work day towards prescribing a scroll.
I'm fine with it like not being like you don't need a full like 8 hours straight. Like I'm fine with you piecemealing it like by the hour. So like you already have 4 hours down. So if you how many work days is it for you to make whatever kind of scroll you're trying to make?
I'm just making it first level, so it's just one work day, 25 gold.
Oh yeah, in another 4 hours you would be done. And the gold cost obviously. We'll say you can have that in ink if you'd like. Actually, I'm gonna do something for you that's weird. I'm gonna give you something weird that you can just do. It's not gonna like do anything like mechanically. It's just more of a flavor thing. You have the ability to if your ink is empty, you know a little ritual that you draw on the book, like in one of the pages, and put the empty ink bottle in like a circle that you draw. It consumes the cost of the gold, and it just starts to fill up your ink file.
Oh, badass.
So you can just like instead of like I need to go buy ink, like you could just burn the gold, cast this weird little ritual that your book just does, and have the ink. It will still cost you the same amount of gold, but I figured your book is weird, and I spent like 3 hours writing backstory for your fucking shit. So this isn't